Cincinnati, Ohio, a city known for its beauty and history, found itself at the heart of a national storm. On July 19, 2015, a routine traffic stop escalated into an unimaginable tragedy, forever changing the lives of two families and igniting a firestorm of debate about race, policing, and justice in America. This incident, involving University of Cincinnati police officer Ray Tensing and motorist Sam DuBose, would expose deep wounds in American society, sparking protests and demanding a national conversation about the urgent need for police reform. The case, unfolding against a backdrop of escalating tensions between law enforcement and communities of color, quickly transcended local news, becoming a flashpoint in the national dialogue on race and justice. The shooting of Sam DuBose, an unarmed black man, by a white police officer, ignited a firestorm of controversy, throwing Cincinnati into the national spotlight. The incident, captured on Tensing's body camera, became a chilling reminder of the often fraught relationship between law enforcement and communities of color, sparking outrage and demands for accountability. The city, still grappling with the scars of past racial tensions, braced itself for unrest as the nation watched, waiting to see if justice would be served. The incident began with a routine traffic stop. Sam DuBose, a 43-year-old father of 13, was driving in his neighborhood when he was pulled over by Officer Ray Tensing for a missing front license plate. What began as a seemingly ordinary interaction quickly escalated into a fatal confrontation. Tensing, a 25-year-old officer with the University of Cincinnati police, approached DuBose's car. The encounter, captured on Tensing's body camera, became a focal point of the case. The video footage, released to the public, showed a tense exchange between the two men. Tensing asked DuBose for his driver's license, which DuBose said he didn't have on him. The situation escalated when Tensing asked DuBose to step out of the vehicle and DuBose refused. Tensing, claiming he felt threatened as DuBose restarted his car, fired a single shot, fatally striking DuBose in the head. The entire encounter, from the initial stop to the fatal shot, unfolded in a matter of seconds, leaving the community reeling from the sudden and shocking loss of life. The shooting of Sam DuBose sent shockwaves through Cincinnati and beyond, with many demanding justice for DuBose and accountability for Officer Tensing. The case was handed over to the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office, which ultimately decided to charge Tensing with murder and voluntary manslaughter. The trial, which began in October 2016, was closely watched by the nation, becoming a flashpoint in the ongoing debate about police use of force, particularly against black men. The prosecution argued that Tensing's actions were unjustified, that DuBose posed no real threat, and that the shooting was a clear case of excessive force. The defense, however, claimed that Tensing had acted in self-defense, fearing for his life as DuBose tried to drive away. The jury, after days of deliberation, was unable to reach a unanimous verdict, resulting in a mistrial. The judge, in a highly unusual move, declared a mistrial on all charges. The outcome sparked outrage and protests in Cincinnati, with many believing that justice had been denied. The mistrial in the Ray Tensing case ignited a firestorm of emotions in Cincinnati, particularly within the black community. Protests erupted across the city, with demonstrators expressing their anger, frustration, and deep-seated mistrust of the justice system. Many felt that the mistrial was a miscarriage of justice, a stark reminder of the systemic racism they believed permeated law enforcement and the courts. The DuBose family, devastated by the loss of their loved one and further traumatized by the legal outcome, became vocal advocates for justice and police reform. They shared their grief and outrage, demanding accountability for Tensing's actions and calling for systemic changes to prevent similar tragedies from happening again. Their pain resonated with many in Cincinnati and across the country, amplifying the calls for police accountability and racial justice.